When I want to relax, I go to Lake Michigan for a run. Seeing this silhouette of this gigantic city makes me realize how easy it is to get lost in daily life. And just stepping back for a second and looking from outside makes suddenly everything fall into places. And research is just like that. I'm interested in understanding the link between innovation, productivity, and economic growth, and also trying to study the design of optimal policies to bolster them. Why do some countries grow faster than others? Why do some citizens in certain countries are better off than others? When we talk about the performance of an economy, we typically report one single number, either income per capita or growth of the GDP of the country. However, that single number is coming from the interaction of millions of people and millions of firms in an everyday basis. So as a result, one needs to understand at the micro level how these individuals and firms are interacting and then aggregate this up so that we can come up with credible macro predictions. In the first part of my research, I try to understand the incentives of firms to invest in R&D and produce new technologies. In the second category, I try to study inventors and individuals. And in the third part, I try to study the technologies themselves. There's a lot that we can learn from history. And because of that, I go back in history and study patent records since 1836 all the way up to today. And that way, from millions of patent records, we can see how technologies and innovations are evolving for more than 150 years. And then I try to combine data with theory and computational techniques. Next question is, what kind of policies should we adopt? These are all very demanding tasks, and it requires a solid team effort.
I would say that Ufuk's main character traits are about both a strong interest in research, but also a strong interest in his students' development as researchers who understand the economic way of thinking.
I think that Ufuk is really passionate about his research, but he's also very dedicated, and that's what makes him go the extra mile, not only when it comes to research, but also when it comes to taking care of his students or participating in the life of the department.
He will always ask your opinion on things, which is great and not super common when you're a junior person, and it really makes you feel valued and intelligent, which is ultimately something that you don't always get in PhD life because everyone around you is so intelligent. And Ufuk always makes you feel like you belong there. So it's great working with Ufuk, yeah.
It's been almost 30 years since the reunification in Germany, but unfortunately, we do not see the full convergence in terms of economic indicators on the west and east side of Germany. In order to understand the underlying mechanism and reasons for the lack of convergence, we are going to systematically study the firms and individuals.
It's a very great honor to have somebody like Ufuk here. It is exciting and interesting to see how these types of people work, how they manage to be so productive as he is. We fit so well together because we have the right data, we have the right people that already work on similar issues, and hence we're able to provide him with the optimal environment, and he realized that, and that's why he chose the Halle Institute for his research.
In my career, I benefited a lot from interacting with brilliant people, and I'm going to do the same thing in Germany. I'm going to interact with brilliant minds in Germany. This is probably the part that I'm most excited about.